Hey friends! So on this week's episode of Traffic Tuesdays, we're going to be talking about something I hate a lot, which are exams. So this is probably close to heart to everybody who feels this way, because I think everybody deep down, even if you hate to admit it to yourself, hate exams. And what I mean by this. So if you've been growing up in the Malaysian education system, you obviously have gone through UPSR, PMR, PT3, SPM, and even those days, I mean, they were all called something else, but it's all some sort of exam, right? It's a written exam. You have to cram like 3 years worth of work into one paper, which probably determines your life, but actually not. But they lie to you saying it does determine everything about your life. Like, I don't know why. You know how like UPSR, all it does is, honestly, it actually does nothing really. Like, when you think about it, okay, you get 5 A's, and then okay, now you're going to secondary school, but it doesn't determine like which class you go to, which stream you go to, nothing. You literally just have to torture yourself at the age of 12 for no apparent reason. But yes, I guess in a sense, you are sort of like pushing yourself to be the best you can be. But at what expense are you doing all of this for, you know? I mean, I wouldn't say I was a smart kid, but I will say that I knew how to get through the system, in the sense that, okay, the exams, the Malaysian education system is structured in a way that you have to memorize your way to get that A, because as long as you copy and paste everything, you Control C, Control V it, you're pretty much like good to go. Like, you will get that A plus. And then I guess slowly in PMR and SPM, they kind of like introduced all those like hot questions where it required analysis, which I felt like was needed more. Like, you really needed that instead of the basic like, oh, define what is condensation. I mean, it's good to know. I'm not saying that education system is completely bad, but just the idea of an exam, because you're putting so much pressure on something that is like, probably, okay, it's 2 hours long, and then you're forced to conform to whatever like format you're supposed to do, and this element of creativity doesn't come into play. Like, even my essays were like structured in a way the teacher was like, no, you can only be creative to a certain extent. After a while, we need these things, in the sense that, why are you trying to limit my capacity by doing everything that you want me to do? So is it really a test of my knowledge and skills and, you know, everything that's in here, when it's just literally like my memorization skills and my ability to conform to the standards that my school wants or the system wants, those type of things. So when you go into university and things like that, you're literally like culture shock, just because you have no idea what the hell they want. Half the time they're like, oh, I know the theory and things like that, and they're like, you need to apply it, give me application, and you're literally just stuck there. And like, how do you apply accounting and finance into anything, or how do you apply economics? I'm like, so like, I mean, this also depends on the stream you're in. So I'm in a business art stream, so it really depends. A lot of reflective work is needed. Like, art stream is really no joke. Like, you could say the theory and you could tell us, like, close your eyes, run around in circles, and you could say it like at the back of your head and no problem. But if you can't apply the theory, or you can't apply it in your everyday life, or give us an example to replicate the theory in real life, you are literally screwed. So when you transition from secondary school all the way to university and college, you're just literally like, what the hell's going on? And you're so confused half the time. But I'm not saying that exams in university level are any better. They're probably worse, I feel. So like, I just finished my exam, like one of my papers, and another one tomorrow, and I'll be done with university forever. Yes, like, I'm so happy. And the thing is that we have to cram 12 weeks worth of work for an exam which is 2 hours long, and half the time you have no idea what to write, because you are under pressure. One thing is, you're under limited time. You're under pressure because you have to do the best and get the greatest marks in the world. You have to pass the freaking paper because it's a hurdle. and you have to do all of this without cramping your hand because you have to write so much, because half the time they're all essays and you're literally just like, I'm really tired in that 2 hour span, and you have to like do so much work. So I don't see the point. Like, it doesn't test any sort of capabilities. It doesn't test any sort of skills. Like, I understand assessments because you're taking your time, you're analyzing, you're really giving us the best amount of work, even though we procrastinate half the time. But really, sometimes I feel like it is the best body of work that you can give. But in an exam, you're really under this pressure and this environment. Everybody's quiet, and like you pin drop a little bit, you move a little bit, and they think you're cheating. It's all these type of factors that I hate. So it makes this worse. So half the time I go into exams like, oh yeah, I got this done, but I'm so tired. Like, I literally just like, I'm so done with it that I couldn't be bothered to like even do well. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'll just do the bare minimum, pass the paper and come out. Because at the end of the day, you're just like, why does 2 hours worth of writing determine 50% of my grade? Like, I don't get that. I really don't understand. I'm a huge fan of coursework and essays and assessment based stuff. Like, even if you do tests in the semester, I feel that's a little bit okay, because you're studying halfway and then you do a test and you study, and the word test sounds more gentle than exam. So I don't know, that I'm still biased about mid-sem tests and things like that. But like, really, what do you think? I know a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with the exams. Some people are exceptionally good at it and they really can perform well and under those circumstances. I can, but I just don't want to anymore, because I know that's unfair for the individual, that some people really can't perform under those circumstances, and it sucks. I remember the first year of uni, I had a economics paper, and I would say I'm fairly good at economics, and I actually wanted to major in econs. But when I went into the exam, I freaked out. It wasn't that I couldn't answer the questions. It was just that I suddenly just panicked, and I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I can't remember. And then on top of that, I can feel my teacher like saying, oh, most of the people fail this paper. You're not going to do well anyway. So I'll see you all next semester. And you're just like, it's your first year of uni and you're super like bummed anyway. And these people are like telling you stupid things like, you're going to fail. So like, ever since then, I always hated exams in university, because it's so painful and disheartening for a lecturer to be like, you're not going to do well, because yeah, that's how it is for this paper. And I'm like, come on, don't do that to anybody. Life is hard already. We don't want to do this anymore. And then you have to pay extra money to resit for the whole unit, because that's how it works in Monash. If you fail the paper or you don't pass the hurdle, you literally have to redo the whole unit. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know your thoughts about exams and how you feel about the education system in general. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next week. See you later. Bye.